Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to have you here. I'm Petra Bjelica, and tonight you will watch Gamlet. It is a practice as research, experimental adaptation of my PhD thesis that is called Let the Other Be, Hamlet Ideologians and Dostoevsky's Demons. It is a form of a lecture performance based on Dostoevsky's interpretation of Hamlet, theatrical use of critical references to Shakespeare's play, and Russian Hamletism. The performance is called Gamlet, but it will not follow the plot of Shakespeare's Hamlet at all. Luckily, because I have to be honest, for me, I cannot stand to see another Hamlet. Unfortunately, being a Shakespearean scholar, I am drowned in critical references and so many interpretations and views and readings that my perception is always interrupted. And, unfortunately, almost every performance is almost on the verge of banality and superficiality. Because the problem is that my knowledge stands in the direct way of my enjoyment and complete immersion. Every line evokes numerous references. Again, my perception is layered, constantly broken, kaleidoscopically broken, moreover, multiplied and interrupted. But there's another question that was on my mind. Why suffocate you, the audience, with yet another Hamlet on stage? Didn't we have enough of Hamlet? Hamlet, Hamlet, Hamlet. The name itself stands for pure annoyance and pretentiousness. I'm glad that you agree. So. Oh yes, indeed, it is in the core of Western civilization, meandering around the notions of freedom, truth, subjectivity, revenge, melancholy, madness, love, and all of these big questions. So that's why we thought that genre of lecture performance might offer a fresh view on these topics. The performance was played, adapted, and directed, edited, and danced by 7 women from Serbia. However, we are not offering a feministic reading of Hamlet. Because our Hamlet is not a female. However, you're all invited to see it like that, even though it was not our intention. And you are actually invited to project all of your desires and fantasies to our Hamlet. Moreover, the performance was produced by the Invite project that has received funding from the European Union Horizon 2020 Research and Innovation Program under the Maris Podolska-Curie Grant Agreement number 75435 number 190 and under the Università di Verona. The Invite project is guided by the principles of innovation, intersectionality, and interdisciplinarity. The plot of Gamlet consists of 3 acts. In the first act, you will follow the surveillance, interrogation, and prosecution of our Hamlet by characters from the play, by different critics, and by me. In the second act, you will finally encounter Dostoevsky's Hamlet, and the third act will remain a mystery for now. Please, if you have any questions, if you're annoyed, bored, or anything just is unclear, feel free to interrupt us. And another thing, do not forget to enjoy, unlike me. Who is there?
Stand. Stand and unfold yourself. Is not this something more than fantasy? Stay, illusion. If thou hast any sound or use of voice, speak to me.
Hamlet has no essence of being whatsoever, no inner sanctum to be safeguarded. He is pure deferral and diffusion, a hollow void which offers nothing determinate to be known. At least Eddie Eagleton says. However, Lacan claims that Hamlet is not simply a vacuum. Hamlet is an illusion, the organization of the illusion. Althusser highlights that the free subjectivity is a center of initiatives, an author of and responsible for its actions, but also it is a subjective being, who submits to a higher authority and is therefore stripped of all freedom, except that of freely accepting his submission.
Hamlet is pious on himself. Is he an informer? Compromising questions. Agent provocateur.
How dangerous is it that this man goes loose? Yet must not be put the strong law again.
I like him not, nor stands it safe with us to let his madness rage.
Madness in great ones must know where one should go.
Mad, call I it. For to define true madness, what is but to be nothing else but mad?
We'll so bestow ourselves that, seeing unseen, we may of their encounter frankly judge, and gather by him as he is behaved.
Foucault says, through this connection of actions to being, of what I do to what I am, modern power produces subjects who have identities, thereby enabling its grip on us. Subjects whose identities must be figured out through an interpretation of their actions become both an object of analysis and a target of intervention.
Well, what a mess.
Thomas Grog notes that there appear to be cases of imported characters that, while not denying their foreign origins, become established as entirely Russian figures, which may represent a specifically Russian phenomenon. Shakespeare's Hamlet is arguably the most important and enduring representative of these acculturated immigrants to Russian culture. Hamlet is an immigrant.
Stand. Stand and unfold yourself. Speak. Speak, I'm bound to you.
Who's there? There was no one inside him. Nothing but a trace of chill. A dream dreamt by no one else behind the face that looks like no other face. And the abundant, whimsical, impassioned words. He had become instinctively adept at pretending to be somebody, so that no one would suspect he was in fact nobody. No one was as many men as this man. Like the Egyptian Proteus, he used up the forms of all creatures. Every now and then he would tuck a confession into some hidden corner of his work, certain that no one would spot it. I am not where I am. I am not where I am.
Russian Hamlets are the following: the figural reflection of poets and the intelligentsia, the image of the irreconcilable contradictions between the individual and his or her environment, the themes of creativity and mental overload, reflection and action. The tension between responsibility and powerlessness is refracted through recognition of the rights of noble birth. Nothing is lost in this stratification. The reflection of the romantic poet does not cancel out the political. The political does not negate the intimate, nor the poetic the social, nor the appropriation the foreign origins.
A prince, a gloomy, passionate, demonic, and disorderly character, without any sense of measure, with a lofty question, all the way to be or not to be, to live or to exterminate oneself.
Who am I? You will never know. Yet have I in me something dangerous which let thy wisdom fear.
What is to be done? My reply is no. On the contrary, not only should one not lose one's individuality, but one should in fact become an individual to a degree far higher than has occurred in the West. You must understand me, a voluntary, absolutely conscious and completely unforced sacrifice of oneself for the sake of all is a sign of the highest development of individual personality, its highest power, highest self-possession, and highest freedom of individual will. What can we do then? We must love.
I must be cruel, only to be kind. All the rest moves around you, like a kaleidoscope.
Dostoevsky's Hamlet was constantly evolving. He was fascinated by the character as a teenager and concluded a letter about Hamlet to his brother with the following words: I have a new plan. To go mad. That's the way. For people to lose their heads and then be cured and brought back to reason. Later, he had deeply ambivalent feelings towards Hamlet. He was fascinated and critical at the same time. He used Hamlet's qualities to create some of his most charismatic and enigmatic characters. But also, in criticizing Hamlet's solipsism, despair, and nihilism, he addressed the negative influences of Western civilization, especially a lack of ethical responsibility towards the singularity of another being. Hamlet is also a source of the demonic.
Must I remember? I was Hamlet. I stood on the coast and spoke with the surf, blah, blah. At my back the ruins of Europe. The bell sounded in the state funeral. Murderer and widow are there. The town councillors in Goose sat behind the coffin of the high cadaver, wailing in badly baked grief. I'm good, Hamlet. Give me a cause for grief. The whole globe for a real sorrow. Oh, my people, what have I done unto thee? Like a hunchback, I drag my overbrained second clown in the spring of communism. Something is rotten in this age of hope. Let's delve in hurt and blow her at the moon.
It may be read as a pamphlet against the illusion that we can stay innocent in this world of ours.
I'm not Hamlet. I play no role anymore. My words have nothing more to say to me. My thoughts suck the blood of images. My drama is cancelled. Behind me, the scenery is being taken down by people who are not interested in my drama, for people to whom it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. I am not playing along anymore. My place, if my drama ever took place, would be at both sides of the front. Between the fronts. Over them. I stand in the sweating masses and throw stones at the police. Soldiers, tanks, bulletproof glass. I glance through the double door outfitted with bulletproof glass at the oncoming crowd and smell the perspiration of my fear. I exhale. I'm privileged. My revulsion is a privilege screened by a wall, barbed wire prison. Somewhere bodies are being broken so that I can live in my shit. Somewhere bodies are being carved open so that I can be alone with my blood. Let me be cool. Not unnatural.
What is to be done?
The arrival, not a reaction.
So be it.
To go or not? Well, to go or not? I'll go. Why shouldn't I go? The brave man makes his way everywhere. What if somebody comes in? There. Somebody has.
The Hamlet ideology is defined as the undecidability of the hero about what to do and what to be.
Why was I yapping when nobody was there? I should have upped and penetrated. No, there's no penetrating when a man has such a character or a mean tendency. I got frightened like a chicken. Getting frightened is what we do, so there. Mocking things up is what we always do, so don't even ask us about it. So, I stand here like a block of wood, and that's that.
All of Dostoevsky's Hamilton characters, Mr. Polyatkin, the man from the underground, Raskolnikov, Ippolit, Nastasia Filipovna, Stepan Trofimovich, Stavrokin, Versilov, Arkady Dvoruk, Ivan and Mitya Karamazov, they're all bearers of radical doubt and self-reflectiveness, skepticism, extreme pride alongside self-irony and self-humiliation.
Not just wicked. No. I never even managed to become anything. Neither wicked nor good. Neither a scoundrel nor an honest man. Neither a hero nor an insect. And now I am living out my life in my corner, counting myself with the spiteful and utterly futile consolation that it is even impossible for an intelligent man seriously to become anything. And only fools become something. Yes, sir. An intelligent man must be, and is morally obliged to be, primarily a characterless being, and a man of character, an active figure, primarily a limited being.
Metaphysical and epistemological uncertainties are crucial for their quest for self-knowledge that confronts them with an obsessive desire for autonomy. Dostoevsky constructs them as performative subjectivities with protean possibilities, exploiting the theatrical strategies of self-dramatization and self-fashioning, understanding the self as a performance, a masquerade.
No, I'm not Prince Hamlet, nor was I meant to be.
These characters question whether a specific act can define their being.
I've tested my strength everywhere. You advised me to do that in order to know myself. This testing for myself and for show proved it to be boundless, as before all my life. But what to apply my strength to? That I have never seen, nor do I see now. I am as capable now as ever before of wishing to do a good deed and take pleasure in that. Along with it, I wish for evil and also feel pleasure. But both the one and the other, as always, are too shallow and are never very much. My desires are far too weak. They cannot guide. As always, I do not blame anyone. I've tried great debauchery and exhausted my strength in it. But I do not like debauchery and I did not want it. One can argue endlessly about everything, but what poured out of me was only negation with no magnanimity and no force. Or not even negation. Everything is always shallow and listless. I can never believe in my own. Can I have a different idea? I could never shoot myself. I know I ought to kill myself, to sweep myself off the earth like a wild insect, but I'm afraid of suicide. Because I'm afraid of showing magnanimity. I know it will be one more deceit. The last deceit in an endless series of deceits. What's the use of deceiving oneself just so as to play at magnanimity? Nikolai Starokhin.
Stavrogin, the main hero of Dostoevsky's Demons, is the most radical Hamlet. Vasyolik describes Stavrogin as following. His lips are sealed by the confidence that no word is worth speaking, and no act is worth doing. About him is a babel of voices and a riot of action, and he alone seems to be meaning in his unmeaning. He is wise with wisdom, that wisdom is not wise, and strong in his faith, that all faith can be shaken. Stavrogin is mystery.
My friend, I've been lying all my life, even when I was telling the truth. I never spoke for the truth, but only for myself. I knew that before. But only now do I see where are those friends whom I have insulted with my friendship all my life. And everyone, savez-vous, perhaps I'm lying now. Certainly, I'm also lying now. The worst of it is that I believe myself when I lie. The most difficult thing in life is to live and not lie, and not believe one's own lie. Yes, that's precisely it.
This is not it at all. This is not what I meant. At all. Maybe the possible answer to the to be or not to be dilemma is to embrace the paradox of to be and not to be at the same time. Because a decision about one's identity cannot be a rational one. It must be a product of madness, a leap of faith, or an act of love. It involves a leap beyond logic, and maybe even beyond logos. That's why I let go of the scientific discourse and let the theatre take over.
I have a new plan. To go mad. For beauty is nothing but the beginning of terror, which we are barely able to endure, and are awed because it serenely disdains to annihilate us. Each single angel is terrifying.
Let him go. Let him go. Let him demand his fill. Let come what comes. Let this be so. Let him bless thee too. Let him come. Let's further think of this. Let me see. Let shame say what it will. Let's follow. Let's follow. Let Hercules himself do what he may. Let a beast be lord of beasts. Let me wipe thy face. Let the door be locked. Had I but time. But let it be. Let go. Let him 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 demand his will. Let come what comes. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let this be so. Let him bless thee too. Let him come. 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 Let's further think of this. Think of this. Think of this. Think of this. Let me see. 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 Let shame say what it will. Let's follow. 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 Let Hercules himself do what he may. Let Hercules. Let Hercules. Let Hercules. Let a beast be lord of beasts. Let me wipe thy face. Thy face. Thy face. Let the door be locked. Be locked. Be locked. Had I but time. 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 But let it be. Time. Time. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go.
think we have the right of any final judgment of anybody. And tenderness is in a way an expression of that refusal to judge. One of the essential elements of tenderness is it is a free act, a gratuitous act that has an enormous amount to do with liberty and freedom because one chooses to be tender. And, in a certain sense, in face of what is surrounding us, it is almost a defying act of freedom.
Rage with all your loves, my love. Rage them, and thou shalt bring the fall and the moon. While above, beneath, around it all, bodies of ravaged, wild and tender women dance. The world depends on their dance.
But she didn't